This girl was incredibly beautiful, but she actually went so far as to make herself look ugly. It turns out that in this country, beautiful people have to pay a beauty tax. The more beautiful you are, the higher the tax. At Xiao Ye's company, she used to be one of the people paying the highest tax, 20% of her income. But one day, a new employee joined the company who had to pay 25%, suddenly stealing the spotlight from Xiao Yi. Xiao Yi was extremely resentful and decided to raise her rank. She began working out, taking care of her skin, and getting beauty treatments like crazy. Finally, her beauty tax rose to 30%, 5% higher than the other girls. But the cost was that she had spent almost all her money, and her life became very tight. Later, a colleague told her that the new girl had gotten plastic surgery. Xiao Yi was shocked. She went to ask why. The girl said wearily, "My boyfriend left me because my tax was too high." Xiao Yi thought this was absurd, but soon she faced an even bigger blow. She was fired from her job. The reason? The company would be subject to the beauty tax for employing her. Now she had neither money nor a job. Before she could recover, she received another call. Her mother had passed away, leaving behind an inheritance. But the problem was that inheriting the estate also required paying the beauty tax. If she accepted the inheritance, she'd have to pay 1.3 million in taxes. If she refused, she'd lose the house. Xiao Yi was under immense pressure. She went to a bar to drown her sorrows in alcohol. There, she met a man who comforted her. After learning the details, he told her that she didn't actually have to pay the beauty tax. All she had to do was make herself look ugly. The next day, Xiao Yi deliberately dressed herself in a terrible way and went to the tax office to complete the paperwork. Her appearance was so unrecognizable that even the machine couldn't identify her. The staff immediately ruled that she didn't have to pay taxes. Xiao Yi successfully avoided the tax and smoothly inherited the estate. Later, she called to thank the man. He helped her resolve the inheritance issue and even invited her to meet his parents. Xiao Yi was very happy. She prepared carefully for the meeting. But on the day of the meeting, a prosecutor suddenly burst in and arrested her on charges of tax evasion. The police told her she had been deceived, that the man was actually a con artist who specifically targeted people inheriting estates, using emotional relationships to swindle money. Xiao Yi was sent to prison. In prison, she constantly reflected on her ordeal. Xiao Yi began to rethink her life. 2 years later, she was released from prison. One day, she saw a little girl's ice cream fall to the ground. She went over to comfort her. When the little girl went to pay, the system automatically indicated she didn't have to pay the beauty tax. Xiao Yi was very confused. She asked the clerk if the system had malfunctioned. Just then, a child mocked her for being ugly. Even the little girl refused her help and turned away. Xiao Yi was stunned. The TV news was reporting on the latest policy. The country had adjusted its standards of beauty.